last couple documents can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Last couple documents we're going to go over are the pre-screen and the post-screen, okay? So let me share my screen with everyone. Can you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So North Buffalo pre-screen, Empire pre-screen, okay? So we already went through the setup and the welcome everything. So you probably are going to remember some of these questions because I asked them to you. So once the second personer guys, once they go ahead and bring the applicants into your interview room, you say, okay, let's get started. Once again, I would say my name's Josh Thayer. I'm the district manager here. We have a lot of people applying for work with our company. So what I'm doing right now is just a quick pre-screening. I just want to review your application, ask you some questions, tell you about our company, and if things go well, I'll invite you for a second final interview where we make decisions, okay? First part is just a couple minutes. So you're going to review their application and take notes on their application, okay? Ask them questions like, so what are you looking for in a job? So you went to school at Amherst High School. Awesome. How'd you like it there? How was your experience? You're going to Canisius. What do you like about Canisius so far? What are you planning to do as a blank major? Ask them questions like, what types of experiences have you had working with people if they didn't already write it down on their application, okay? So if they're currently working, because it should say on their application, ask them, so what makes you look for a new job? And if things work out here and if it's a good match, how soon are you available to get started? Usually people are going to say right away or ASAP or today. It's like they'll usually say something like that. Now, if we're running trainings on Fridays and Saturdays, you want to ask them what their schedule is usually like and just cover any obvious conflict with a training, for example. If we're running training like in the summer, we usually do it Thursdays and Fridays. So you'd ask them, like, what's your schedule on Thursday and Friday of this week, for example? And just try to handle any scheduling conflict. So let's say they usually work on, like, Thursday or Friday or something. You would ask them something like, you would say, like, we usually have a 2-day training for people that are accepted. If you were accepted for the position, would you be able to get someone to cover your shift to be able to attend a training with us? And like 99.9% of the time, their answer is, oh yeah, of course. I can switch with someone or whatever it happens to be. Then we're going to give them a brief job description. So you say, okay, well, let me just review what we do. Cutco's been around New York since 1949. So obviously a pretty stable company. Have you ever heard of Cutco before? Well, Cutco is a high-quality line of cutlery products for the kitchen, as well as a few select sporting knives and gardening tools. Almost anything food-related, Cutco makes the tools for it. So customers really love it. The position you're applying for, it's an entry-level marketing and sales position. Our rep's job is to meet with customers one-on-one, flip through a catalog of Cutco, or use an online virtual demo catalog with customers, answering their questions. Our reps get a guaranteed, now it's $17.25, but our reps get a guaranteed $17.25 base pay just for meeting with customers, explaining the product, answering questions, and writing up orders. So we get paid even if nobody buys anything. But the biggest perk for most people is the flexibility. Because of the access online, people and students can even work from home. So really we're just looking for friendly people that would make a really great impression on their customers. So now, Jason, on a scale of 1 low, 10 high, how do you think you'd rate your one-on-one people skills? And then most people are going to say an 8. Like, that's by far the most common answer. If someone ever says a 9 or a 10, by the way, I ask them to explain themselves. I'll be like, 9 or 10, wow, it's really high. Why do you think you have such great people skills? So you make that person sell themselves, okay? And then the last question I usually ask is, okay, as long as you believed in the product, would you feel comfortable showing customers our products? That's a typo. I don't know what YJR. Don't even worry about that. Okay. But I say, would you feel comfortable showing customers our product line? And like 99.999% of the time, they say, oh, yeah, absolutely. So let's say we like the person. This is what we do when we want to accept them for the group interview. Say, well, I don't see any reason not to consider you further at this point, so I'd like to go ahead and invite you for a second interview today. So-and-so, we're going to get started soon. It'll take about a half hour to run through everything with you for the second interview. And you should get a definite yes or no decision. So no waiting around wondering. You don't have a curfew or anything, do you? And you just like make sure they don't have to like be anywhere right away. Say, awesome, grab a seat right out there, and I'll be with you in a few. Now, the tough part, when you don't want to accept someone. It stinks, but that's life. If they're not a desirable candidate, you want to meet with them first also. You'd say, okay, so what's the best phone number to reach you at if we'd like to invite you for a second interview? Okay, here's a position description. You should read it ASAP at home so you have all the information on the company down. Because of the number of applications to get through, it may take a few days to contact you if we do decide to schedule a second interview. Thanks for your time. That's all I need right now. So you're all set, and it was nice meeting you. And if you're meeting with more than one person, and one person you want to accept for a second interview and one person you don't, you want to decline essentially the person first. Because you don't want to accept one person for the second and then like decline the next person because they just watched someone else like basically get accepted for the second round. So you want to avoid that situation ideally, okay? So when it comes to people, here's a little quiz question for you guys. When it comes to people that we want to work with, what are some of the traits that we look for in an applicant? Any ideas? What's that?
Didn't you say before it was like kind of like a Mac thing again?
It is. That is correct.
Oh, so age is one of them, right?
Okay, typically people age 18 to 25 is like our bread and butter, okay? M, we like motivated individuals, for sure, okay? And C, we like people that have cars, okay? Why do we typically look for people that have a car? I think Sienna got booted off.
Because their schedule is more flexible. They're available more.
Okay, yeah. So it's not saying that people without a cars can't succeed. Like, I don't want you to like get that twisted. It's just that typically it makes it a lot easier with that when someone has a car for them to do the job because they don't have to rely on anyone else. They're just free to come and go, do demos, all that stuff whenever they want to. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me just see what happened to Sienna. Wi-Fi cut out. Fortunately, it is being recorded, okay? So last document I want to go over is how we post screen people. So let me just close this out. How we do post screen. Let me just get to the post, okay? So they already watched the video. You already went through like the main part of it, okay? And this is what you ask people when you're interviewing them in person, okay? It's a little bit different. Hey, there she is. Hey, Sienna. So it's a little bit different if they did the video at home, but that's a little bit more advanced, okay? This is for just like right there on the spot, okay? So first thing you ask them is, hey, so we answer all your questions? And like 99.9% of the time, they're like, oh yeah, you guys were like super thorough. And then you ask them if they have any more questions for you. Ask them, what'd you like the most about Vector? Okay, so with the right training, do you see yourself doing well? Why do you think this job's a great fit for you? So you're making them sell you on the position right then and there. This next one, or excuse me, next two are very helpful. Considering what our reps gain by working here, how would Vector help you in the future? As you learned in the video, our reps start off with people that they're comfortable with. So who are some people you would show first? Now, if they start saying like their friend who's like 18, you want to like gently remind them that we don't show younger people, we show like their parents, okay? So that's an important thing. And you can make suggestions also. Family, virtual demos, friends, parents, people from church, school, whatever it happens to be. Then you're going to take a look at their interview assessment and read over their answers. So as I explained earlier, we're not able to accept everyone for the position. There are some good things that stood out to me after sitting down with you. So this is where you tell them what you actually liked about them. You're not kissing their butt. You're just like giving them authentic reasons why you think that they could potentially do well, okay? And then you say, I truly feel that anyone can succeed with Vector if they have the right attitude and the right work ethic. And then what I like about you is, and then again, how to accept an applicant. The next document on here is how to accept like athletes, academics, even if they don't have much for an application or resume, if they're shy, non-traditional applicants, this will be for a later call, but this is just the main stuff, okay? So you go ahead, let them know why you think they do very well here, and then you let them know, I'd like to go ahead and offer you a position. Congratulations, welcome to the team. And then I usually say, how does that sound? And then 99.99999% of the time, they're really excited. They're super pumped to start. And if like they're not excited when you accept them for the position, typically that's just a sign that they just said yes because they were uncomfortable saying no to the position or whatever. So like almost everybody though is going to be really excited that they were just selected for the position because they have a lot to look forward to, obviously. So then guys, you're going to review training times, go over the reminders, review the training times with them, make sure they bring a notebook, they dress professionally, bring a lunch or snack, have them bring something to cut to training. Talk about the brainstorming list with them. That's important. And you just go through this right here. And then when you go home and talk to your family about the job, if they've heard of Cutco, they're going to be really excited for you. But if they've never heard of Cutco, they're going to think that you're really weird. So don't worry. Once they see it, they'll love it. They'll be your biggest supporter. Show them this packet in your notes. If they have any questions, have them call me. That's why I made the parents' letter. It kind of addresses any sort of if you actually, I don't know if you guys read the parents' letter after when you're accepted for training and stuff, if you looked at those attachments I emailed you and everything, but that's why I made the parents' letter to address parental concerns, okay? And then you say, just so you know, there's a lot of information about Vector out there. Make sure they check out vectormarketing.com or the Better Business Bureau website. And if you want them to see the video you just watched, show them. And then the interviews, the video is a little bit different now, so we'll just have to go ahead and cross that out and put the correct website for the video now, okay? And then you send them home with their take-home stuff, skills for life, position description, the packet, and the acceptance letter. So, quick question, Megan. Why do we make people sell us on why they would do well with the position? What does that do?
It shows that they have confidence in themselves.
Correct. It definitely shows, or if they didn't have confidence already, they're manufacturing confidence right on the spot. Sometimes you got to speak it into belief. So that's definitely one thing. Anything else? This one's kind of this is a next level answer. So you don't get it, it's okay. You're next level, but it's okay if you don't. Let me just tell you, okay? So top people want to compete for things, okay? Like top people want to feel like they earned it, okay? Like lower flying people and medium to lower flying people, I'm a little bit easier on them because I don't want to just like destroy their confidence if they like don't get an answer right or something. But the really confident people, they want to feel like they earned it and they deserve it. So that's why you give them kind of some challenging questions right here in the post so that they're earning the position. Like in their mind, they're earning it from you. So that's how like for example, part of the reason why my office throughout the years has had a lot of success, I've been able to fortunately like develop a lot of high flyer type people. And it all starts in the interview process, making people have that desire for the position. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay, cool. So any questions on this post-screening document right here?
Nope.
Okay, so you guys are definitely going to be running interviews this summer. So you guys are going to be deciding whether or not we bring someone aboard the team based off the main things that we're looking for, you know, motivated, college-age people, cars, like, you know, good schools, stuff like that. Those are the main things that we're definitely looking for. So a couple final things, ladies. Let's go through calendar reminders. So opening day conference starts at 1:15 on Saturday, and it takes about 4 hours and 15 minutes to get there. So plan on meeting at the office at 8 a.m., okay, on Saturday. I want to get there early just so, like, if there's a big traffic jam or whatever, we'll get there, like, 45 minutes early, okay? And it also gives us time to eat, too. I like food. The conference ends Sunday at 3 p.m., and then we'll be heading back to the Rough Buff. And again, I'll send this out on the email. I'll finish the email tomorrow morning, okay? Our next call, next Tuesday, we do not have a call, okay? We just got back from opening day. I already know you're going to be pumped. I already know you're going to be excited. Like, I'm not worried about that. So the next call is April 17th. It's either going to be at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whichever one we decide. We'll decide a lot closer. Also, guys, there's a push week that they're going to be talking about some pretty sick prizes that goes from April 24th, and it's like a longer push. It's like a 3-week push, okay? There's going to be, like, there's trips on the line. There's, like, iPads and Apple Watches and, like, way cooler stuff than your Fast Start. I can promise you that, okay? And they're going to be talking about that. It's specifically for, like, AMs and CSPs and stuff. So they're going to be going over that at the conference. But I just want to let you know, it sounds pretty sick, okay? Couple assignments and reminders, guys. Mission 250. So we want to have 250 contacts, potential contacts, to brainstorm to call for demos this summer. Top 100 PR list, whether it's Snapchat, Instagram, your cell phone, Facebook, whatever it happens to be. I recorded a pre-screen not too long ago, okay? So I'm going to send out the link. I want you to watch me do a live pre-screening. I'm going to send out the link to that. And then again, watch the first hour of the opening day conference. Or excuse me, watch the first hour of Drew's, you guys already knew what I was about to say, but the first hour of Drew Frank's boot camp video on the website that I sent out last week. I'll send out the website again, though. Make sure we get that done by this Saturday, and then on the way down or the way back, we'll watch hour 2 in the car. I'll download it to one of my tablets or something, okay? So let me go over real quick the opening day agenda. Then we'll do our top 2 takeaways, and then we'll be off. So 1:15, we got Jeff Bry kicking off opening day conference. The talk is called It's Up to You, okay? It's up to you because this summer is up to us. How we do is going to be up to us, okay? It's not based off external circumstances. It's going to be based off what we do, okay? Then when we talk about achieving liftoff through recruiting and then through off-campus posters, which are signs. Achieving liftoff through the push that I was telling you guys about a couple minutes ago. Achieving liftoff through Facebook Jumpstart, through campus recruiting, through personal recruiting. Then they're going to go through proper management on social media, like not being an idiot on social media, essentially. Then John Kane, who's one of my favorite people in the whole entire world. He's from like the national vector team. He's going to be coming in. Probably he'll be the coolest dude that you see like at the conference. Like he's going to be done, and you're going to wish he was your uncle or something. Like he's that cool. He's going to be talking about the DNA of building a powerful team. So he won tons of silver cups when he was a district manager back in the day until he moved into his national corporate role. Okay. Then there's going to be some Push Week awards. Ooh, this one's going to be nasty. Assistant manager promotions. Booyah. That's going to be exciting. You might be getting a little promotion going on there. Then we're going to have dinner. Then we got some breakouts for assistant managers, like how to drive a push week, or excuse me, how to drive a good phone jam, like how to make sure your reps are phoning and like getting lots of calls in, how to plan out a really good push week for yourself, how to do a chickenless PC, how to do a scheduling coaching session with a rep, leadership 101. There's going to be some selling talks on upselling people, like taking a $200 order to a $500 order and dropping down properly as well, which will be cool. How to manage your mindset, which is always important. Vector culture. Then there's going to be some promotions for branch and districts. Then Sunday morning, we got breakfast. Talk about professionalism. More talk about Facebook Jumpstart. A message from Olean. Key result areas for sales rep management when you're an assistant manager. And then running powerful team meetings. You're going to learn how to run really solid team meetings. How to help your manager have a rocking office setup. I'd like to think that our office is set up pretty well, but we can always get better. Getting off to a fast start in the summer. PR follow-up. How to win the trip, and then authentic team building. And then there's a talk on identifying and creating $10,000 fast starters. And then we got excelling as an assistant manager. And then finally, Brett Wiggins is going to be wrapping it up at 2:25, and then we'll be leaving at 3 o'clock. So this thing is a jam-packed meeting that's a conference that we're going to be having. So any questions on the agenda? I'll send that out to you guys too, okay? All right, last thing. I do apologize. I'm a couple minutes over. I like to keep around 8 o'clock, but I just had so much to talk about. But so top two takeaways from tonight's call. Give you like 15 seconds, 30 seconds to think about that. Jot it down so you can talk about it. But your top two takeaways from the call. Top two takeaways. When you're ready, just say, I'm ready. Top two takeaways. Loosen up the tie a little bit here.
I'm ready, I think.
All right, Megan Gabby, you are first up to bat. What do you got for me?
Okay, so for the interview process, our jobs as the second person is to act confident and make the interview, the person being interviewed feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then
That is correct.
what was my second?
Okay, let me just talk about what you just said real fast, okay? So again, you guys are the queen of the castle when you are either the second personer or the main interviewer, either one. You're the queen of the office, okay? It's your show. They're just living in it, okay? So you have the job. They want to be in your spot, but they can't have it because it's just not going to happen. But they can join our team if they do a good job, and maybe you'll accept them into being one of your assistants this summer. Who knows? But they got to earn it, okay? So, but yeah, good call. I like that takeaway. What was your second one?
Sorry, I forgot.
Sienna, do you have your? Oh, Megan, you got yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, your reps, you have to give them like a goal to work towards, whether it's just the $1,000 a week to get on the newsletter, or the K Club, or the 2K Club, or stuff like that.
I love K Club. That's for sure. So yeah, guys, because if you think about it, most people are not in tune enough to do all that by themselves, to remember all that by themselves. So that's why we have positions. That's why sports teams need coaches. That's why offices and companies need managers and junior level managers and senior managers and whatever, because it's our job to keep them on the right path in regards to whatever their goals are, okay? Because it's easy to fall off that path if you don't have any sort of guidance, you know? So good job right there. Excellent. And then Sienna, how about you? What are your two?
So I also said the second person success, like how important it is for the second person or the first person they see to like exude like confidence and like show a good representation of the workplace.
Yeah.
And then I also the pre-interview screening, like there's like a whole bunch of different questions you ask them, like looking at their resume and whatever, and their application.
Yep.
And like marking stuff down. That was interesting.
Yeah, so it really makes it, when you're pre-screening people, one of the ways that you become a really good recruiter is being really good at connecting with people, okay? So one of my strengths as a person, because everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, one of my strengths, for example, is I can usually connect with anyone regardless of like whether they're from a totally different background of me or from the same type. Like it's pretty easy for me to connect with people. So in the pre-screening process, that's why you like highlight stuff and mark stuff down to things that are easy for you to connect with or things you want to ask people about. So if you don't know about something, but you want to learn about it, be like, oh, so tell me about, like, let's say they wrote down that one of their hobbies is woodworking. And let's say you know nothing about woodworking. It's like, oh, cool. I see that you do woodworking. I know nothing about that. Tell me about, like, how's that work? What do you do with it? We work wood. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So you find, like, if people write it down, it usually means that they are comfortable talking about it. Okay. So good call, Sienna. When you're pre-screening people, like, you want to find those connections with them. And then back to the second personing part again. Second personing, like you're like the host. It's like you're hosting a great party. You're the queen. It's your world. They're just in it for a little while. So you're their first impression. Like, think about it, guys. Who would I rather them see first? My ugly mug or you guys? Absolutely you guys, okay? So you guys are going to be like the first impression, the ones that make them feel comfortable, the ones that like get them more relaxed so that they're more of themselves. Like, not so relaxed that they think that we're just all broing out, but like relaxed to the point that they're going to be themselves in the interview process. so that we know what we're getting ourselves into if we happen to accept them for the position, okay? So, any final questions here before we sign off for the evening? Is everything pretty clear and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So, definitely appreciate your guys' time here tonight. I have no idea where the end, I don't know where that one screen it's back there. Okay, hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay, so found it. So, guys, I appreciate your time for sure. I'm very excited to see you guys this weekend. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be following up with you guys with the email, and I'm also going to be asking for some goals on what you plan on doing selling-wise this week, okay? So think about, when can you get in 3 to 5 demos for the week? You probably got other different things going on. That's totally cool. But try to get in 3 to 5 appointments this week, even if you just do them all in one day, whatever it happens to be. And if you need to come into the office for any rope, leather, get another kit, whatever it happens to be, obviously I'll be there all day tomorrow, so you can just come right in if you'd like to. If you want to come to the office for a PC to go over, you need help with your schedule, that's what I'm there for. But again, this is going to be the best summer that our team has ever had, and you guys are going to be the main portion of that. So I know it's going to be fun. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be tough at times, and I'm going to be tough on you. But, again, it's going to be a fantastic summer. So I'll see you guys Saturday at the latest. And, again, I'll follow up with y'all in the morning. So have a great night, ladies. Bye-bye.
Bye.